Hello, it's Brittany, and I look like Legolas again because I took the glasses off, and with this white hair and these contacts in and the fact that I have nothing else on my face makes me feel like an elf. I am awesome. Anyways, so in this video I am going to be playing around with some of these. Not just those. I'm also going to be playing around with this one too. Alright. Sit. Brittany needs better posture. Let me almost dropped some things. That would not have been good. Oh. Random hair clip. Everything is everywhere. Do you ever feel that? Hey, how are you? Do you ever feel like everything is everywhere? Like you're just trying to get through life, but you can't get through life because everything is everywhere. Alright, so I already have makeup on my face, which a lot of people would be like, why would you do that? You don't start with your face, you start with your eyes. But I've been using a powder foundation, and I had to run to get the kids a little bit ago, and I recorded a couple other videos before this, so pretty much I just threw on like a base coat just for, excuse you. Sorry, it's motion activated. So I just threw on a little bit just to. Alright, so I'm just going to jump right into this, I guess. I'm going to start with the contour kit. And let's see. My contour brush. Alright. We'll start out with this one. This is the dark roast. I don't know though. Because, let's see. I usually, hold on. This is my go-to palette because I have fair skin and I really like Huda Light. So let's compare. Just because I don't want to go in and look like a psychotic lady. Wait. Alright, I just wanted to show you this real quick. This is, I put the same pressure, everything. These two are this contour kit, and these two are the Huda. Really? Pretend like I don't exist right now. The Hula. Alright, so these ones are from the Benefit Hula. Which one did I do? Would it have been? They're so similar. So this one would be Hula Light, and this would be just regular Hula, and then these are the two colors that I pulled. And I usually use Hula Light, not Huda Light. So, let's see. I think I'm going to mix them, just because I don't want to mix them. Alright, we'll start out with the Java one, the first one, which is this one right here. Because that one looks a lot like the Hula color, and if I need to darken it up, I can. And I think I've said this before, I prefer more of a natural look to things. My mirror, though. Not in your way. Alright. So, let's see. Not a lot of kick up, that's good. Let's see how this goes. I feel like we're a little dark still. Alright. I won't be using the darker side. Back in with Java. A little less this time. A little lighter of a hand. Alright. On camera, well, this one looks very dark on camera. In person, though, it's not as dark. And this side is not as dark either in person. I don't know why. Alright. Let's go in with... back in with it. Just to do the upper forehead area. Alright, so I will say this, while it doesn't look like, well, excuse you, it might not appear to you that this is, looks pretty sharp, but this blends really nice. I don't even know what I'm saying, to be honest. To me, I don't know if you can see or if you can tell from camera, but to me it does look like it blended really nicely. Ow. Let's see. I don't see a problem with it. I like it. It's actually a really good contour kit to me. I'm also going to go in, though, because I sometimes, just to be thorough, do contour just the bridge of my nose and sometimes the tip. So let's do that. I think I blended it too far here, though. Alright. So, that is that's all I ever contour. I do use a liquid contour, or a cream contour and a liquid. I could use a liquid too, but I don't think so. I do use a cream contour usually, and I do under here, and I do sculpt out my face before I use one, so just fixing that. I did have a slight contour going on before I used this, but you can still see the difference of what it looked like before I used it and after. That was the contour kit. Next, I am going to do blush. And the color that... I wish I could use Sunset, but I think I'm going to use Sweetness, which is this color right here. So, let's get my brush out. And it picks up a lot. It does have a little bit kickback. See what rambling does for me? Alright, so the way I apply blush is I am just in the apples kind of person. That is actually really pretty. Just be careful, please, because this appears as though it probably will deposit a lot of pigment if you are not careful and use a light hand. So, that's the blush. I'm liking it. What do you guys think? Could use a little bit of a better blend. Let me see. I like it. Alright, so the next one that I have is I'm going to be doing the highlight. Why not? Might as well. I'm just going to start with face. Alright, I'm going to use Pink Heart on my cheeks right here. And then I will take the Ice Queen and I will use it everywhere else. Oh, goodness. This is a very pigmented. Problem is that I didn't know that. And now I have a stripe down the front of my face, if you can, yeah, you can see that. So, let's attempt to blend you a little better. There. Not as bad. This one is a literal, like, a streak. And I don't mind my highlight being a little more intense and unnatural. It's just more or less like my makeup and my contour. I do prefer it to be natural and not like someone cut me. You know, chiseled cheekbones. I like having more of a natural look to it, so. Alright, so that one was the Pink Heart. Now I'm going to tap this one off this time. And I'm going to do very, very light hand, which does not exist evidently with this either. I was attempting to add a little bit of highlight to my forehead, and now you see a white shadow. Well, in person, like, if you look at me straight on, you really can't see it. It's, I guess it's not too bad. And then I'm just going to put whatever is residual from here down here, because I don't need my chin to be a beacon. And I'm going to take this little itty bitty brush back into Ice Queen, and then I am going to do the tip of my nose, which I no longer have a freckle. It's so pigmented. My freckle's gone. See, there it goes. It's coming back now. Just like this tiny freckle. Funny story about that freckle. When I was a kid, my babysitter was an idiot and non-observant. And she thought that this freckle on the end of my nose, right here, was dirt. She scrubbed my freaking nose. And I was like 7 for like hours. It wasn't hours, felt like hours. I was 7. But no, she sat there and scrubbed my nose until it was raw, trying to get the dirt off my nose because she thought I had dirt on my nose. And I mean, you figured like after the first few scrubs, when nothing moves and you scratch it and nothing happens, you're like, oh, it's not going. No, this lady was not giving up on my nose. When I ended up going home that day, I had my whole entire tip of my nose was raw. But I like this highlight. The highlight's very pretty. I think you can make it because you can see it down the bridge of my nose slightly. But so I think you can make, especially in person, I can see it a lot better. You can make it as light as you want. I just have a light hand. Anyways, I like this. I really do. I think that I didn't have the highest of hopes for it only because this is very rough and a lot of it is glittery, but I think that you can work with it, and if you use a lighter hand, that you can get more of a natural glow out of it. Now, if you want an intense glow out of it, you could get that too. Just use more. So yeah, moving that into rotation minus that blue. That blue was not good. I am going to move on to eyeshadow in 1 minute. Just so you know, my eyes are already primed. I primed them earlier. I just used my concealer, which is by Maybelline, the Age Rewind one. I use that on my lids, and then I set them with my Stargazer powder. I have to tell you something. Look what I found. I look over.
You're so mean!
And she's in the Supernatural palette. It's a good palette. I actually do like that palette a lot. It's currently my go-to palette.
You're so mean.
She swatched up her leg. For what reason, she doesn't even know, but she just did.
No, I was swatching my arm and I was getting the extra stuff off on my leg.
Why she's swatching, I don't know.
Because I wanted to.
Logic. She's playing with that Unicorn Glow palette now. She's touching everything that I'm putting away, evidently. Alright, so, alright, back with the Brights On palette. And we are going to attempt to do an eye look. Now, I'm not going to go crazy, and I'm not going to do, like, an awesome, intense eye look that you should definitely try and replicate at home. I'm more or less just going to be playing with this palette and touching things. I have nowhere else to be today. My camera is crooked. I'm going to start with this color right here in my crease. And I'm going to use... Oh, my little doodaddies are flying. Alright. Alright, so this is usually the one I use when I am starting. That had a lot of kick up. I will show you in the next one that I do. Because I'm going to have to go in again. Because I have... Regardless if this is pigmented or not, I have to go in again because I have 2 eyeballs. Alright, so... Can you see it? Maybe I didn't do it as well. Appeared when I did it that other time that I had a lot of kick up. Then again, it could be me. Alrighty. And as I've said, and I think I said it in a different video, that if you do enjoy this kind of video where I kind of show you how they perform or use them just to see if they perform differently when you're actually using them on a brush on your face as opposed to swatching them on your arm, which is more textured and not where you makeup, put makeup. Let me know. I can do them with some of the other palettes that I have swatched on here. Like I've said before, I don't know if I've said this, but I am not a makeup artist by any means. The closest to artisticness that I have is the interior design courses that I take, and that's about as artsy-fartsy as I get. This is a hobby. I am by no means great at this. So, I started off with just a basic transition shade. You can see, just kind of added a little bit of brown to there. I think I'm going to stick to this area down here, and then I might pop this color, which looks like a periwinkle to me, into my lower lid. Just because I really like that color. So we are going to start off with probably this one right here, and I'm going to pop that into my crease. Kind of morph this more brown color into a rosier, pinker color. And I don't have a lot of like space here, so I don't really go that high up. Plus, I found that I don't really like my eyeshadow like way up here. It makes me think of Mimi from the Drew Carey Show too much with her blue, even if it's supposed to be up there. Why did I do that? I don't know. I am going to go, though, a little bit higher up with that brown color that I used first, this one right here, and bring it up just a little bit more. Not because I want to, but because I like to throw brushes. Not because I want to, but more or less because rules tend to dictate that's where things go. You like my logic on things. Alright, I'm going back into that pink color, the second color that I used, this one right here, and just putting a little bit more in this corner just because this side appears to have more of a pink color to it, and I'm trying just to even them out. Alright, I'm like obsessed with tapping today for some reason. Alright, so now I'm going to move down into the shade next to it, which is going to be this color, and I'm going to put it more in the outer V of my eye. Alright, so that one had a lot of kick up too. So I'm going to pop that in here and work it just slightly up forward. Do that with the other side. If you hear a noise, that's my daughter's cat. He is trying to get the attention of my cat, who thinks he is evil. She does not like him whatsoever. But for some reason he still likes to screw with her. You guys probably can see absolutely nothing going on with my face. Just so you guys can have a better view of what's going on my eyes. I don't want to use the viewfinder necessarily to do it if I have to. Hi, Catherine. I will. But I would prefer not to. Now, I think I'm actually going to bring this one a little bit further in on the outer corner, just because I want to. I think I want it to be like in more of a 1/3 of the way in kind of dealio, because I think I'm going to pop a darker color into this crease because this color isn't cutting it for me. I'm going to use this one right here actually. These ones are showing up a lot lighter than they appear in the pan, so I want to use a different color to darken this outer corner. Have you ever like blended or put so much shadow in the outer crease that you actually start hurting yourself? I think I do that all the time. Alright, so now I'm going to move on. Ooh, I like this color. I'm going to pack this color down here into the middle area, and then I'm going to use one of these dusty rose colors in the corner. I'm going to use this one here, and I'm going to pack it onto my lid. And like I said before, I do have a primer on. I use my concealer as a primer, and I set it so this is not a tacky, there's nothing tacky on my eye. So the color that is depositing itself upon the Stargazer setting powder. So it's not too bad. What do you guys think? Now for the inner corner here, I said I was going to do the Dusty Rose, which I am, but I think I'm going to mix these two together just because this has like a shimmer to it, and I kind of want it to be more of like a shimmery color in the front of my face. So we're going to do a little bit of that and a little... You cannot see that. Where did it go? Alright, so here's pink. I just dipped it in. Now watch. What? Alright, so this is what we're going to have to do. Alright, we're going to pack on some more pink. And we're going to pack on some more of this yellow. And we are just going to not tap it off. Because that is a non-existent thing. And there's too much yellow. I need to add more pink over top of it. I actually might just end up taking that highlighter palette and going over this. Alright. That is about as good as we're going to get as far as that. I do want to add, though, because it's bugging me, I do want to add a little bit. I'm going to mix these two colors together just because I don't want it to be super red from this. I want it to still have this kind of like pink color to it, and I'm going to bring that back in here because that was this corner right here is just not dark enough for me. Alright, and now I'm going to go back in. I'm going to bring that second color right here, right there. And I am going to bring that higher up here. Soften out those edges. Bring some more pink a little bit higher up. This is how I usually do things. I start them, I say I'm not going to go high, and then by the end of it, I'm like, higher, 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 higher. Next thing you know, I got it on my forehead. No, that really doesn't happen, but it could. Alright, well, maybe this one. Maybe, yeah, this one's kind of, let's see. It's still there. We have success. We have achieved a level of success. But not with application. It's not applying as well as I would want. Oh, there we go. The key is to not tap it off in my life. Then I get the results that I want. Ooh, I like that purple. I'm going to go with that purple next. Just because I can. Unless I've already used it, which I might have. No, I haven't. Alright, so now I am going to use this purple. It is more muted on camera. This one makes it look like it's more of like a bright orange, or bright purple, but it's not. Alright. Actually, I think I'm going to take this color down here and bring it in because it's still got that pinky tone to it. And just to bring a little bit of that pink down with it. So it's not just this bluey color. Yeah, there we go. That's pretty. At least for me. I feel like I need some... Ooh, I think I shifted my contact. Alright. That's that. I'm going to use the Ice Queen again because I just like this color. And we're going to pop it in right here. Wow. That is doing its thing. And actually, I think I'm going to take some of this cotton candy color because it's blue and just kind of bring it down there too. What else am I going to use it for? It's super pretty. Alright. Well, that is the eye look that I have created with this. All in all, I think that these blend out very pretty. They're not difficult to use whatsoever. The only thing that I will tell you is that obviously the colors that you get in here are not super pigmented. they're pigmented. It's not like you're going to be screwing yourself, especially for $12.99. I mean, these are great for $12.99, especially all the colors and selection that you get. And they're a little bit, they do come off a little bit lighter on the eye than they do in here, but that's not something necessarily bad. I'd rather build up a color than get too much of it at one time, to be honest. So, my overall opinion is I really do like this palette. I do like the color options. I mean, I did dig into quite a few of them. A few of them were slightly disappointed, like this one. This one just literally fluffed away. I couldn't even tap my brush off because it just wanted to float off in the wind. I probably could use Fix Plus on it, and it would come out perfectly fine. But I like to use shadows the way they are intended to be used. And, well, I should say that I mean, I do use Fix Plus, but in this scenario, I wanted to use them how they were intended to be used, and that was without Fix Plus, because if it wanted it to be that way, it should have came with something, or at least a disclaimer. And no, there's not a disclaimer. So, all in all, I like this palette. I like them all. I really do. This one, I really like these colors. I will probably get a... I closed it too difficultly. I will probably get a lot of use out of these colors right here. This, maybe not this whole row. Like these colors right here and some of these in this top row. I don't know about these ones, because these colors, like from here, probably from about... Sorry, you can't see anything. Probably from about here to here, and then this row and this row really aren't my thing. Thank you guys so much for watching. Did I tell you my final verdict? I like them all. If you are trying to look for inexpensive makeup and you want something quick, something fast, something that comes with a lot of versatility and variety, grab this one. This one's great. The highlight palette, great. I think they had a different one too. This is just the one I picked because it said Unicorn Glow and had cotton candy in the middle of it, so Brittany was on board with this one. And they do have other ones. That one said light to medium. They do have a darker shade now. I'm not sure exactly what skin tone it would cater to. I should have looked, but I didn't. I was in a rush to get out. I had to get back and pick up my other two younger children from school, and Catherine, my oldest, was with me. So I didn't really have time to like play with a lot of stuff. I more or less popped in, bought a bunch of stuff, left. But I don't know how deep it will cater to. I'm not going to say that it caters to deep skin, because I don't know. I don't want to say that it doesn't, and I don't want to say that it does, because I don't want to have people thinking that they can go there and pick up a contour kit if you have dark skin and not be able to, and be like, well, I thought that this would work and it didn't. And I also don't want to say that it doesn't work, because at the same time it could. So go into store, play with it. Oh, no, don't play with it, because everything's wrapped up. You can't freaking look at it, which is why I didn't get any foundation, because I couldn't open it to touch it, and couldn't skin match based on the color nude. Ivory. It's like, there's so many tones. It's not going to work like that. Sorry, sweetheart. But yeah, stop in, look at them. Go look at them. Go in store, look at them. You can open them up. They do open. They just have the plastic over them, so you can actually look at them and see if they work for you. I would say that these worked great. They aren't like high-end kind of makeup, but when you spend $6.99 on a product, you're not really expecting $150 quality. And the quality isn't bad. It's something that like I said, I'm going to put in my rotation. I'll probably use it. I have, my $50 benefit palette, and I'm probably going to start reaching for the separate contour and highlight or blush kit, because that one doesn't come with a highlight. I'll probably start looking at those, because I like those. Those ones have more of a variety in them, and those were $6.99. You can't really beat that. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you want to see more of these like eye looks with palettes that I've showed you previously, let me know, and I will. And I guess I'll see you in the next video. I love you all, you beautiful unicorns. Mwah. Bye.